in my position, being a running back, it's about the only position in the NFL where all 11 guys can hit you in one play. And so I try to make sure that I'm doing everything and my due diligence of serving myself, with my health and the integrity of my health is the most important thing that I could possibly do, whether it be going in the cold tub for about 15, 20 minutes, or, doing contrast, hot and cold tub, going in the sauna, steam room to make sure I'm breathing, and controlling my breathing to having training staff, work um, on my joints and my feet and everything like that. So
Cool, man. Cool, man. Can you tell me a little bit about how you first started using fish oils and what difference they've made?
yeah, I started using fish oils probably my fourth or fifth year in the league, and I started realizing that it promoted a lot of beneficial things. And I'm all about promotion of bones, joints, your blood flow. I mean, I even got a machine that I use. It's called the Beamer therapy, and it brings a lot of electrodes to your bloodstream and helps promote red blood cells. And yeah, I just try to find little different ways of taking care of myself.
hmm I know you were in San Francisco for a long time, where there's a lot of the culture out there is very health focused. But I also
Mhm.
know that was your first time playing under Mike McDaniel, right, out there in San Francisco.
Yeah, it was my first time. I was with them from 2017 until 2000. I think 21. Yeah, 2021 was my last year there, and so I got to see the growth of McDaniel's and everything that he did. Whether it be run game coordinator all the way up to offensive coordinator.
hmm And now that he's your head coach, when you can you think back to the moment you first met Mike McDaniel, your first impression of him and how that's changed over the years, as he's taken over as your head coach?
Yeah, he was when he was a run game coordinator, the first impression I got from him was, this guy is very intelligent. He has a Yale degree, and he knows a lot about football. He understands the game. He knows what defenses are going to be played at, what critical moment of the game, and he's just a student of the game. So that was my first impression, and then also, he definitely is quirky. And I always tell him all the time, you're a quirky guy, you're funny, and people like that, and that's what draws, a lot of people towards him because he is a very positive person as well.
Can you give me an example of a moment where he's been quirky as the head coach of Dolphins this year that was memorable?
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, if you have a conversation and well, you'll be able to see on these hard knocks, when we're having team meetings and how funny he is. And he always tries to get a laugh, and there's probably one or two chuckles, and he takes that as a win. I think that that's probably one of the most memorable things about him thus far this year.
Mhm. What has he meant, to your career and this late career resurgence you're having, especially in this
Yeah,
offense?
he's man, I mean, he sees something in me that, a lot of people didn't, and I respect that, and it just gives me confidence and an edge to just be at my best when my best is required. Just going out there and just trying to perform at a high level and to compete and try to help win for the team. And he's definitely a big part of that. So I got nothing but respect and love for him. I know his baby girl, that's like my little goddaughter. I claim it, even though they probably don't claim it. Actually, I think they might. Yeah, no, they do actually. Yeah, I might be her godfather. So, but yeah, we're just all family, man, and it's great, man. We're both dads, and my family is his family, and vice versa.
Got you, man. That's awesome. Speaking of him in this offense, you guys have a lot of track stars on this offense, a lot of former track stars. Are there any, track meet practices, any, 40-yard sprints that go on as competition, as a competitive thing with the players?
Yeah, no, none of that. The only thing that we base off of is, the next gen stats that's being put up on a week to week basis. So
Mhm.
That's all week is solely based on, and I know that Tyreek and Devon are leading right now ahead of me, but don't worry, there's one game I'm gonna get in where I'm gonna take that over. So